Hi, the lesson today is about the first conditional. For you to better understand the function and how to make the structure, we are going to use a movie to contextualize the grammar. Do you know this movie? If you don't, use this short link to see the trailer. Pause the presentation now and come back after watching it. If you do, just go ahead. So now we know that it's Katie's first day ever at school. In the next scene, you're going to see that her new friends made her skip the health class, and because of that, she met the plastics. Use the short link to see what happened in health class and why the plastics are important at school. Well, health class was crazy, right? The teacher, Coach Carr, taught a very weird lesson. Coach Carr told his students, don't have sex or you will get pregnant and die. He also said, wear a condom because you can get sexually transmitted diseases. I want you now to rewrite these sentences starting with the word if. Okay? You're going to pause the video now, do the activity, then continue the video to see if you got the answers right. Your sentences are supposed to start like this. If you, okay? Right, so the first sentence is supposed to be, if you have sex, you'll get pregnant and die. The second sentence is supposed to be, if you don't wear a condom, you'll get sexually transmitted diseases or STDs, a short for the word, for the expression in English, okay? If you wrote the sentence in a different order, there's no problem. You'll get pregnant and die if you have sex, and you get STDs if you don't wear a condom. What you need to pay attention to is that when you start the sentence with if, you're supposed to use a comma in the middle. Okay? Start with if, use a comma in the middle. All right? One day, by chance, the plastics invited Katie to be part of their group. Now, Katie has to learn some survival rules to belong to the plastics. If you want to see this scene, it's your choice. You can use this short link below. So the only way for Katie to belong to the group is to follow Regina's rules. Gretchen told her, if you break the rules, you can't sit with us at lunch. Again, I'm going to ask you to rewrite the sentences starting with the word if, but now you have to include at least one verb in the negative form. Okay? Pause the video, do the exercise, check your answers. The first sentence is supposed to be, if Katie doesn't follow Regina's rules, she won't belong to the group. The second sentence is supposed to be, if you don't follow the rules or if you break the rules, you won't sit with us at lunch. What do all these sentences have in common? They are about possible situations and their consequences in the future. And which verb tenses are in these sentences? If you pay attention to the if clause, you're going to see that the verb have, don't wear, doesn't follow, and breaks, they are all in the present simple because we are talking about possible situations in the present. In the consequence clause, we are going to use will because we are talking about consequences in the future. It doesn't matter how you wrote the sentence. If you change the order, you're going to keep the present simple in the if clause and will in the consequence in the future. Okay? This is the first conditional. So, to make a condition in the present, we use the present tense. And to talk about the possible consequences in the future, we are going to use will. But if you remember, when we study the future forms, we learned that for predictions, we can use will or be going to when we are making predictions based on evidence. Consequently, be going to is a second possibility in the first conditional. Also, we saw in the movie that people used can and imperatives in the consequence part of a conditional sentence. So this is also a possibility. Pay attention to the examples. If Sam gets home early, she will or she's going to watch a movie. If she misses the bus, she can take a taxi. If you miss the bus, take a taxi. Are you curious about what happens in the movie? It looks like a girly film, but it's not. There's a very good reflection about relationships in the story, and for that, I highly recommend that you watch it later. For now, it's time to practice with exercises in our roteiro and in our learning platform. See you there.